How's it going, guys? I know. What is this? Is this a video? Is this a vlog that I'm uploading? Am I actually doing this right now? Oh, yeah. Sorry for not posting much at all over the last 2 weeks. It's one of those things that just compounds on itself over and over again, and that, like, I want to release these around midday. Like 11 a.m. to noon is when ideally these go public, if that makes sense. And by the time I remember, like, oh, I need to record a vlog, it's like 5 or 6 p.m. and I'm like, oh, I lost my chance. But tomorrow I'll do it, and then I forget the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. Yeah, I guess when I went to Oregon, it just like threw my entire groove off, even though I was vlogging while I was there. But yeah, I've just been so caught up with trying to finish this video and then realizing that there's no way I'm going to be able to finish it in time for September 16th, which is a Monday. Which is unfortunate, but oh well. Because the main realization for that came about when I redid my shot list. I had a shot list originally, but I had edited down the video to remove a lot of like the effects that I was going to have to do. Like I cut out large chunks of some of the fights just so I wouldn't have as many effects to do. And yeah, that cut down on some of the effects, but then when I retotaled all the shots I still had to do, the total of all of them still came out to the same number, and I think that's because I thought of some sweet new effects to actually add in there. But oh well. I don't know why I'm putting flip-flops on. I'm in my house. I'm in my apartment. What else? I mean, I don't really know what to talk to you guys about right now. Yeah. Some of the effects are pretty freaking sweet. Oh, I know! I did something that I never did before. I guess I did do a vlog about a week ago. I got one of you guys to send me a model of this wand that we're using. Basically, the wand gets destroyed. It literally like dissolves in his hand, and I needed a model of it to actually like fracture and animate. My skill is not in modeling right now, so I had a couple options. One option was I could sit down and model it myself, but that would probably take me a few hours because I would have to first learn, and then I would fine-tune it until I was happy with it, just because that's what I do. And I didn't want to spend that amount of time on it, and so just as like an afterthought, I just threw it on Twitter. Hey, does anyone want to model this wand? And I got several responses back, and they're all pretty sweet. I ended up going with just one. And you'll get a special shout out in the video. I mean, don't feel too special. A lot of people are going to get special shout outs for this video because this is like, oh my god, I was running the numbers the other day, like just totaling up my time and what I charge for like freelance VFX work and how much time I've been spending on this. So it's like using that as a basis for how much this video would cost. And we're talking like a couple dozen $1,000s. Like this video is not cheap, especially, I mean, all the work that people have done on this video or will be doing on this video is probably not going to be paid. And all the time for like the actors on set, it was a 2-day shoot. No one got paid. I mean, I paid for food and all that stuff, obviously, but yeah. Literally, the biggest expense was renting the camera, and I don't want to say how much that is. You can Google it and figure out the going rate for that. But so I'm really hoping that once this video is up, people will see that I was able to make this on like no budget, which is kind of crazy, because the effects in this video, like I want them to be Hollywood level. Like with all the smoke effects, I basically am running an extra detail simulation on top of the smoke, which gives it like extra detail. It's generally not necessary. What am I trying to say? But I don't know. I could have just gone with like the regular smoke and it would have looked sweet, but I wanted the extra step, and it adds a lot of time to the simulations and an entirely extra step. So it's like not only is it a longer simulation, there's now 2 simulations you have to do, and then rendering is twice as long because there's so much more extra detail to render. Yada, yada, yada. This is starting to be a long vlog. Basically, my point is that these effects will be on Hollywood level. Whereas in my previous videos, pretty much none of my previous videos were on that sort of level at all. I mean, like, you can argue that my Wii U video where like the Wii breaks up, the Wii breaks up and forms into the Wii U was quote unquote professional. Because in my opinion, sorry, I don't want to tap the microphone. In my opinion, it was a very well shot video. I was very happy with how it came out. In my opinion, it looked like it could be a commercial. And I mean, technically it was a commercial. It was part of Nintendo's package brand deal for me, which is cool. It was my first brand deal. I'm hoping to get more of those after this video goes out. Yeah, I just bit off a lot. And so at this point, I'm not gonna like half-ass it. I'm gonna straight up do everything necessary to make this video the best it absolutely could be. Like, not necessarily choosing to not take shortcuts, but choosing to take extra cuts, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't have cut any corners anyway on my videos, but instead of being like, yes, this is good, I'm going to go, yes, this is good, here's another thing that I can add to make it great. So I'm doing a lot more of that, which is where the majority of my time is going on this video. Sound design and music are also very, very, very important aspects of videos, and that's not my area of expertise. So if you guys are familiar with Video Game High School, a guy named Kevin, who is doing all the sound design for Season 2, he has agreed to help me out by doing sound design for this video. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get, he's apparently going to Japan, like on September 12th or something like that, so we'd have to do that between now and then, even though I won't have a lot of the effects, unfortunately. So yeah, and if you're familiar with who AV Byte is, AV Byte, like a byte of data, they are a couple brothers in New York who make musicals, like Disney musical parodies of like Facebook or different movies and shows, stuff like that. Very popular channel. I think they've crossed 350,000 subscribers. Very good friends of mine. They are very, very good people. I love them a lot. They're great. And Antonius, who does all the music, he's a composer by trade, has agreed to actually compose score, like straight up score, a music track for this video, which is super exciting. And I obviously met them through YouTube Next Up last February, and yeah. So much to do. And the other thing is that like I still have to kind of make money to pay for things like rent, because I haven't really been posting too much stuff lately. The last few months, my YouTube channel earnings have kind of started declining, and so it's like I can't really depend on that as much as I used to, along with tutorials and the Corridor Digital gig that I have. But so I took a freelance gig. So I'm doing effects for George Watsky's music video "To Kill a Hipster." I've spent like the last, pretty much this week, working on effects for that, and that I think that's going to be up on September 7th. So yes, and I'm trying to get those effects done by pretty much tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm going to conclude that here. I know I'm starting to rant a little bit with kind of like a directionless way to go. I don't really have much to talk about. Like I said before, I still want to do a history of where I began. How did I learn VFX? Where's my history in this industry? I'll give you a hint. It starts with this. That's what I went to college for. I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm literally a licensed engineer, but literally.
Hi, I just showered. My hair's awesome. I have nothing to say. I'm gonna go do some dishes now.
Yeah, where you belong.
Guess who's not eating anymore?